guys. Thank you. Thank you all so much for coming today. I especially want to thank my family and the amazing professors I was fortunate enough to have. Your ever-growing support has been my rock, my foundation, throughout my career in public service. I would also like to thank my team for all the work they have done, and most importantly, all of my supporters. It is because of you that this campaign is possible. This election is going to be one of the most crucial elections in the history of our country. The next president will have to fix the damage that Ronald Pump has done to our America. I have what it takes to bring about the changes we need. Of the issues I wish to discuss today, the first is foreign policy. The United States of America is fortunate enough to be the most powerful nation in the world. However, with great power comes great responsibility. And while I will make sure that we can use the abundance of our resources to help all of our allies all over the world, my first priority is you. And let me make one thing clear. We will not be the international community's policemen. Former presidents have abused our military might with hopeless invasions, getting America sucked into wars we could not win in foreign hostile nations. But no longer. I will not make that same mistake. Our military involvement in international affairs will be based solely upon our duties as a member of the United Nations Security Council to keep the peace. Diplomacy and the use of economic influence is the only solution to international crises. The second issue I want to briefly discuss is healthcare. Healthcare today is an extremely complicated issue. Expanding Medicaid so that all states are involved in the program would provide more people with insurance. According to Healthline policy experts, this would stabilize the insurance markets because there would be more people covered. For the most common complaint is the high premiums. One of the reasons this is a problem is because there are not enough people, specifically young people, buying individual healthcare plans. The Washington Post has estimated that a 50% reduction of the cost of first-year coverage for first-time healthcare buyers would be a strong incentive to get more people in the market. This will lead to more competition among insurers and reduced premiums. Unlike candidate Marin might claim, I plan to provide tax cuts for low to middle income families against the undemocratic taxes they face. These families have struggled for everything, from child care to health care to affording college. To supply funding for this tax cut, I aim to close the loopholes in our current legislation that allow major corporations to get out of paying millions and even billions of dollars in taxes. Education has also been a subject of controversy, more specifically standardized testing and the achievement gap. Some states will often dumb down standardized tests to falsely reflect a higher level of achievement, which brings down the standard of education in that state. To prevent this, we will create a national standard for testing so that states cannot dumb down tests and report false statistics and scores. Moreover, one of the main components of my campaign is better funding and care for first-generation college students. I myself was a first-generation college student, and therefore I completely grasp how daunting going to college seems for someone with little money and the feeling of being an outsider. To help these students, I will provide greater funding to organizations such as the Center for Student Opportunity, which funds an annual scholarship for first-generation college students, partners with schools to foster on-campus support for these students, and works to connect first-generation students with schools via the I'm First community. It is crucial we show these students the path forward and provide them with the means to be successful, especially when they don't have educational opportunities other students may have. Over the course of my life, I have watched America progress, just as the climate we are a part of has changed. As time passes, it has become more and more evident that the future of our nation relies on our efforts now. I believe in the future of this nation. To secure the future success of America, and more importantly that of the world, we need to act now. We need to ask ourselves this. Our children and grandchildren will inherit the world we leave them. In what state are we willing to leave the world when we die? We cannot wait any longer. Now is the time to invest in protecting our environment. We must form a world in which future generations are able to thrive and not struggle with the consequences of our actions. Therefore, I believe it is imperative that we progress toward a world of renewable energy, decreased carbon emissions, and a more effective environmental protection agency. While some, like candidate Marquardt, might claim that a carbon tax is efficient enough to bring about a move towards renewable energy, he is no Al Gore. We can do better. We can use the surplus money from the carbon tax to provide incentives for using renewable energy, because this is the only way to effectively combat global warming. Now, I may not be Abraham Lincoln, but I also value honesty. And unlike many politicians today, I prize policy based upon fact, not on abstract claims and vague evidence of supposed success. I also make a point of it to surround myself with people from all walks of life, so that there is not a single voice left unspoken. And we can come up with solutions to society's problems that are most beneficial to everyone. If you were to describe my candidacy in one word, it would be vision. I have a vision to steer America straight on a path to success. Thank you.